One of the common trainings that I give my clients, especially with regards to personal branding, is how do you market and sell yourself? I ask them. And obviously they ask me, what do you mean by that? So I ask them, like, physically in the real world, not on Facebook, social media, LinkedIn and all that. Physically, when you go meet someone, how do you market yourself? Like, what do you say? So then they tell me, yeah, if I meet someone, I say, hi, my name is so-and-so. So then, to make it easier on them, I tell them, fine, okay, let's have a role play, okay? Tell me something about yourself. Obviously, they start talking, blah, 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 they go on. And I keep a stopwatch. And obviously, they don't know that I'm keeping a stopwatch. Generally, within 1 minute, they finish their introduction. And then I tell them, see, listen, or I tell the person, maybe 1 to 3 minutes. That's the maximum range. I tell them, okay, listen, this is 1 minute or 3 minutes or whatever. So then I tell them, okay, let's start by doing this. I want you to first tell me something about yourself. Anything interesting, but 7 minutes. Okay? Take a few days, prepare. Now, obviously, you'll say, hey man, who the hell talks about himself for 7 minutes? I'll come to it. Just relax. Okay. So they prepare. There's a way to go about. And I guide them through the 7-minute process. They find it very hard. It's actually very easy, but because they've never done it. Because I'll tell you something. At advanced levels, I teach them even 1 hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Now you'll be like, who the hell is interested to listen about you? My dear, I'll come to it. Okay, listen. So, you must have never had to market and sell yourself. That is why maybe you find it, who the hell talks about himself. If you check internet marketers, you tell people who are constantly networking, what they're doing, selling themselves, right? So they have a massive repository. They have a massive encyclopedia of what to say when. Okay, so after the 7 minutes, I tell them, okay, this you prepared? Fine. Now, give me something about you, 3 minutes. So obviously, after he prepared 7 minutes, 3 minutes becomes easier. So he just looks at the 7 minutes and he cherry picks what he likes and gives me 3 minutes. Then I tell him, 3 minutes, you like this? Fine, okay. Now give me something about yourself for 1 minute. Now this is where it starts getting challenging. Because he has so many things he has prepared about himself. Now what to tell a person? So that is where the person has to choose the most important things that he would like to share. Most important things he considers important and what is valuable to this person. Because, for example, let's say you're going on a date with a girl. You think she's interested to know like unwanted details like how many research papers you did, unless of course she's in the same line of work, or how many engineering drawings or awards you got from the company. She'll be like, okay. She may be not interested in all that. She may be interested in something else. Or an employer. Do you think the employer is interested to listen about your personal family life? If you keep going on for 3 minutes, my mother, father, brother, sister, you'll be like, who the hell cares about all this, man? Okay. So they come down to 1 minute. Then I tell him, okay, now bring it down to 30 seconds. Now he's forced to think from 1 minute to 30 seconds. And finally, after that, I tell him, make it 7 seconds. And then finally, make it 1 line. That 1 line is the hardest thing a person can ever think about themselves. Now, you must be asking yourself, what is the point of having this 15 minutes? What is the point of having this 1 line? Here's my answer to you. When you go and network with people, what do people do? Generally, hey, hi, how are you? Shake hands. What do you do? Yeah, I'm so-and-so. Oh, I'm so-and-so. I'm This is what I do. Oh, which company? Okay, fine. Business cards? Okay. This is what amateurs do. Most people do like that. Now, keep this in mind. You finish meeting one guy, two guy, three guy. Okay. Tell me one thing. After a few minutes, do you recollect the first person you met? The second person you met? The third person? Do you even remember them? Chances are you don't even remember what their name was, what they said. The only way for you to recollect is you take the business card, look at it, and then you remember. And now the problem is, you take the business card home or to your office, you put it in your card holder, and then you never look at it. So what is the point of this whole networking exercise? Just doing it for the sake of doing it? You give someone your card and he gave you your card and finish? This is what amateurs do. This is what the typical desperate salesman does. But this is not the art of personal branding. See, always keep in mind, what makes a professional stand out is when he says, does, or shows something that nobody can forget. I used to use my appearance as a cliche kind of common example. I used to tell people, you see me once, you'll never forget me. But obviously the objection would raise, hey man, does that mean we have to tattoo ourselves to stand out? Just because you tattooed yourself, everyone remembers you. That is where I tell them, appearance is only one. I used to have the same personality even before the tattoos. The way I used to talk, the content of what I used to talk, the manner in which I used to talk, all this made me pretty unforgettable. And here's another tip. You don't have to be a nice guy. You don't have to be just polite. You have to carve your own personality in such a way that the person talking to you will be able to relate to you. Or in some cases, he finds you so off the charts, he can't forget you. Now, obviously, you can't irritate someone and become memorable. If that was the case, then you can go around slapping people or shouting, screaming and become memorable. But like I tell people, there are ways and means to go about. Most people like to do it with their appearance. They'll wear some shocking color glasses, like many people who call themselves personal branding experts. Some of them have pink glasses, yellow glasses, green glasses. They'll wear a pink suit, yellow suit, or colorful this thing, and they'll say, I'm a personal branding expert. Well, that is a way to stand out. Okay. But now understand this much. Your physical appearance is just a visual treat for the person. That's why CVs, when you have CVs, you have blue, yellow, pink, purple, different colors to stand out. People have their photographs. People have a background that is amazing. That is a visual. But then comes the content. That is where, like they say, the rubber meets the road. That is where you, when you talk about yourself, yeah, you might look physically very attractive. You might have spiky hair, clean cut shave, or trimmed beard, or if you're a female, you have rouge lipstick and beautiful appearance and you look incredibly attractive. But then it comes to, what do you say? And that is where what you say matters, and how you say it. Remember, what and how. Which is where I train people. 15 minutes, 7 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 7 seconds, 1 line. And obviously, advanced level, you move to beyond 15 minutes to 30 minutes, 30, 45, 60. For me, I have always lived my life where I had to constantly sell and market myself, both online and offline. Initially, before the internet, I used to do it offline, in real life, meeting people. So I had to stand out. I had to be memorable. I had to position myself. Otherwise, nobody's interested, man. And that is one of the reasons from the age of, I think, 31 all the way till, you could say, 30 till, not 30, I'd say 29, say roughly that time, or I don't know if I can say earlier. Let's say, for example, 26 to 36. Let's give it a 10-year. I never made a CV, never. All my interactions were talking to people, networking, selling myself. And obviously, when I started off, I was an amateur. But as I kept honing my skill, as I practiced the art of script writing, as I got in touch with mentors and people who are far more mature than me, and took corrections, took feedback, over the years I honed my skill, and eventually that is how I was able to make money, and that is how I'm able to make money today. If you know what to say, how to say, and most important, you know how to market and sell yourself. Like they say, the world is your oyster. But if you do not know how to market and sell yourself, then how can you survive here? Because remember, you're doing this every single place. You're doing it with your friends, you're doing it with people you like, you're doing it in the office, you're doing it with people you interact with, you're doing it online, you're doing it offline. So if you do not know how to market and sell yourself, how do you stand out, man? Last point I'll give you before we conclude. Remember the guy who gets a promotion in most organizations. He's the person who, they say, knows how to kiss ass or office politics. But I can assure you, that same guy knows how to market and sell himself. And he's constantly doing it, which is why he's where you should have been. And if you take skill level in terms of work, there's not much difference between you and him. But the only reason he is up there and you're down there, because this guy knew how to sell and market himself. So the next time you wonder whether it's important to sell and market yourself, just look at your boss. Very little difference between you and him. But why is your boss? It's because he knew how to sell himself. Think what I said? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys take care.